Welcome to Baxter Yoga. I'm here at the Oakland Yoga Studio once again. Great space to practice in. If you're ever in town in Oakland, come on over, take a class at the studio. Today is part 3 of our Easy Transition series, looking at the transition from down dog to high lunge that shows up in a lot of our flow classes and when we're doing sun salutations. And it's often one of the most difficult transitions that I see people trying to make in my regular classes, both locally and when I travel around the country. So if you're almost able to get your foot forward, but you're a little shy, maybe the hip is really thick or the arms seem like they get in the way, this last one, this little third variation, make sure to check out number 1 and number 2 because they're awesome. But this third variation, for those of us that are almost able to get that foot forward, is very helpful because we're going to come up onto the fingertips and we're going to move an arm out of the way on the side that the leg is coming forward so there's room to get that foot all the way forward. So for this one, we don't have a blanket. You'll notice in the first 2 variations that I shared with you, we use that blanket for the knees and as a marker. This time, because we're stepping forward, we're not going to need that. So just a sticky mat is all you do. And I'm going to come into down dog as if I'm in the middle of my sun salute and show you what this looks like. So coming down to hands and knees, turning the toes under. If I'm going to step this right leg forward, I'm going to go ahead and come up onto my fingertips a little bit. Sometimes I'll do both hands. And then as I inhale forward, I'll take my arm a little bit out to the side at that last moment as my hips and chest come forward so that my foot can come all the way forward into position. From there, I can move my hands a little forward, step lightly forward, straighten the legs a little bit, and then inhale up and out and exhale to be done with that particular little transition. If I'm going to do it with the left leg, it might be easier or more difficult, but I'll use that same method, at least initially, to see how that works. So the first thing I'm going to do for you is come into down dog. As I inhale, remember the shoulders and hips come forward in space. I'm going to come up onto my fingertips and then I'm going to step my arm just a little bit out of the way as my foot comes forward to make some space for that hip joint. And then I'll exhale forward, straightening the legs a little bit if that's comfortable for you. Inhale, come up and out, and exhale the hands in front of the heart. So the method is fingertips, arm a little bit out of the way to let that foot come as far forward as it can toward the space between your hands. It's a nice little trick, works very nicely. For many of us, our body proportions don't make it easy to get that foot all the way up here. Here we're getting a little more length in the arms. We're moving the arm out of the way to let that leg have a little more play coming forward. Let's look at it one more time on each side, just so you get it into your memory banks. You can try it with me if you want. So coming into the down dog, as I come forward, I'm going to move my arm out of the way and then bring it right back down. I'm going to step right back into down dog to do the second side. As I come forward, I'm going to come up on my fingertips, take my left arm just a little bit out of the way, and then this time exhale forward and inhale up, and exhale the hands down. So that's variation number 3 on easy transition from down dog to high lunge. Work on that in your home practice if you've never done it before. See if that fits nicely into what your body needs. And have fun when you do those vinyasas. If you're struggling with it, or if that's a moment of anger or frustration or violence, work on these variations so you can become more peaceful in your transitions through the sun salutations. And I think you're going to enjoy it much more over time. Follow me online at baxterbell.com. Check out my blog, Yoga for Healthy Aging. And don't forget I have longer practices on the practice channel at yogayouonline.com. Until the next time, take care, enjoy your practice. Namaste.